Hi, this is Thomas from Believe in the Run.
This is Robbie from Believe in the Run.
And today we're talking about, I think you call it
Puma. Look, we're Americans. We don't know how to speak.
Yeah,
so.
like all the Europeans, the South Africans, Danny Orr and all that, they're making fun of me for the way I say Puma, but we grew up with Pumas.
Yeah,
we didn't grow up with it. I don't even know how to say it their way.
I didn't even learn Adidas was the wrong way to say it.
Adidas.
Until I started working.
Yeah, but Puma, if you could do a sound recording maybe and let us know how it's supposed to sound, because to us, it's Puma. It's always been Puma. We didn't know you guys, it's like Puma.
Yeah, like Puma, Puma, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what it is.
The animal, the shoe, it's all the same to us. It's Puma.
Puma's back.
They're here.
They're here. They were, I mean, we haven't reviewed a Puma shoe in about 3 years. The last one was this Ignite. It had a purple top and kind of like a bright pink bottom kind of thing. The fit was a little bit off. The foam was a little heavy. We were like, oh boy. And then they kind of just disappeared.
Yeah, silence.
Yeah.
Into the night.
And you're like, whoa.
I mean, they really shot out of a can for 2021. It's silence, then boom, here we got 4 shoes and one other one on the way that we'll talk about.
And a Molly Seidel.
Aish Prat Lear, other athletes coming in. It's insane.
Just
it's crazy.
Throwing out that sponsorship dollars.
Man.
We come out with 5 shoes right away here in 2021. We got 4 of them with us right now. The other one that is not here is their super shoe, the Deviate Elite, which we will do a special review once we get that shoe. But for now, let's cover the basics of their lineup, and there's something we're gonna start with, like what's in common with all of them.
Yeah, because there are some commonalities between all 4 of these, and one of them is the nitro foam that they're using in here. They call it the Puma Nitro. And what it is nitrogen infused.
Supercritical foam.
Exactly, which you've seen in other shoes if you follow us at all, the Skechers Razor series.
Brooks Hyperion Tempo, some of the fuel cells from New Balance.
Yeah, the DNA Flash from Brooks, yeah, exactly. So, and what that is it's a really nice, bouncy, responsive, light, all the good stuff, midsole. And it goes across all the lines to some degree.
Yeah.
They also, this is interesting, they all do feature this little stability piece. Some have a more
the heel clip
built out one that, is it plastic? I don't even know what it's made out of.
Yeah, that's just TPU.
It's just a little TPU there in the heel.
We don't, and nobody really knows what TPU is. It's anything that's plastic on a shoe, pretty much.
And then the other thing is the Puma Grip outsole, which is this rubber outsole that's made of rubber.
That's good. It's super grippy.
But it's
rubber.
not like Goodyear or Continental. It's just their kind of rubber, and it's freaking awesome.
I have to say, normally you get the Continental rubber that you see in Adidas. You get the Goodyear that you're starting to see in shoes like Skechers and some of the other ones, and you are like, wow, that really is a premium leather rubber. You also have the Vibram outsoles on some shoes. But I have to say, I don't know what Puma Grip is, but this stuff works.
It's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. On the run, it just like digs into the sidewalk wherever you're at and just grips it. And
it doesn't seem like it wouldn't be that important of a thing, but you're gonna see some of the shoes are pretty light, and with having that extra traction, it really does help you in your stride, get that efficient stride and pull through, and makes it a little bit faster in my opinion.
This is their stability model, and it's the Eternity Nitro. It just goes on forever and ever and ever.
Your runs will.
Yeah, can't guarantee that, but hey, why not? As we said, it's a stability version. It does have some stability elements in it. It's a little bit heavier than the other shoes. It has this little lacing system with some more support here on the sides. These wings, way more cushion than any of the other models.
It's probably the most built up model. And the other thing about it is, it's not your traditional stability with the posting. It's got more of that guidance thing that we're starting to see in shoes like the Asics Kayano Light 2 and the Nike Infinity React Infinity.
Even all the Brooks shoes have like streamlined their guidance or stability shoes into like a guidance line that matches up the neutral runners.
Just imagine kind of like a saddle around the shoe. You can kind of see it here. They've made it silver in this shoe, so it's easy to see.
They should call it a silver saddle. I feel
silver saddle? That might be it.
That rings. You're welcome, Puma. Send us a paycheck whenever.
So it comes in Jared's favorite color, gray. And I'm sure there's going to be other colorways.
I think there's a black one. I think Aldrin, our stability reviewer, got the black one.
Yeah, and he'll give you a better idea of the stability. Now, it does have a lot of that nitro foam and that Puma grip that we were talking about on the bottom.
That's a lot of.
So let's weigh this guy.
Yeah, let's get it on the scales. All right, so grams, we have 294 grams.
Under 300, that's not bad.
And that's a men's size 10.5. All of these are men's size 10.5. And we got ounces, 10.37.
So not lightweight, not too heavy.
But for stability shoe, like...
For a stability shoe, we're in the right mark.
Pretty decent.
And on top of that, Robbie, you're gonna get that bounce from this nitro, so it's gonna feel like when we talk about weight, some of these new foams, sometimes they help give you that bounce and that feel that gives you that quicker stride. So the weight isn't as much of a factor. This isn't grossly overweight, but you're gonna see as we go through the line, some get a little bit lighter. All right, so we've covered now the stability shoe here, the Eternity, and let's go, I wanna start, I would probably go this direction with the shoes. So we go to the Velocity next, which is a combination of the Nitro supercritical foam and an EVA called Pro Form Light, which is probably closest to something like the New Balance Revlite foam. It's got a nice bounce to it and it extends all the way from the back up into the front. But Robbie, you've been running this shoe, I've been running the shoe. What do you think?
I love this shoe. It really reminds me of like a Brooks Hyperion Tempo or a Skechers Razor 3, but with like a lot more structure to it and much better grip on the outsole, which are the things that I wanted most probably out of those shoes. So I love it.
Yeah, it reminded me of the Razor 3 and a cross between that and the Nike Epic React. So I really like that. Now, of the shoes that we're gonna go through here now, this one probably has the most standard upper of them. It's got a mesh upper, a very thin tongue, but a padded collar and heel counter. No slippage in this. I did find all the Pumas ran a little bit long.
Yeah, that was for sure my only issue with this and with the other shoes that I've tried, because it fits perfectly throughout the midfoot.
Yeah,
and
the saddle is great, keeps you right over the midsole.
But there's just like almost a half size too much in the toe box.
Yeah, I can't tell if we go down a half size, if it would be too small, or if we leave it just the way it is.
I don't think it's a deal breaker. You just might be kicking things around the house that you're not used to kicking.
Or you could consider an extra lever to push off with. I don't know.
That too. Maybe that's on purpose.
Maybe it's on purpose. I've been doing sort of my daily recovery runs in this one. So we're talking about 6 to 7 miles. Feels super comfy, feels light on the foot. What does it actually weigh for a 10.5?
It's for sure the most versatile trainer out of like all of these shoes, I think.
Yeah. If I was gonna say one Puma out of the new collection for someone to try, I would probably go with this.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's get the weight on it.
I think this is also Molly Seidel's favorite.
Which, by the way, podcast with her in the description.
Yeah, podcast description, Molly Seidel.
I have been a huge fan of Believe in the Run for a long time.
Get out of here.
And so it's like, no, legitimately, I am painfully nerdy about shoes, so I very much enjoy it. When I saw you guys release, like when you got the first look at the Puma shoes, whatnot, I was really excited too. So like you guys had them.
We got 10.4 ounces for a men's size 10.5. And then
295 grams.
So it's actually almost identical to the stability shoe.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But it runs a lot lighter.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And then let's go now to the Deviate, which would be the highest cushioned plated, what's it called? Inno Plate?
Yeah, they have, so this is the only one of these shoes, right? Yeah, that has the Inno Plate in it.
Yeah.
So it almost combines like the plated technology with like a max cushion shoes, all this stuff.
So what this one's supposed to do is be great for that long run with giving you that cushion, and then the plate probably provides some of the stability for the ride. This one's kind of like, I guess, a shoe that I would use for those easy days where I want to take it easy on the legs and make it a little bit, I don't know, more cushioned.
Yeah, and they also pitch this as kind of like your marathon shoe, so you'll have that cushion for long distance, long hauls, but you also have that plate to give it a little bit of a pop for racing shoe. For
someone looking for those fast times where they're breaking records and stuff, this probably isn't the shoe that I would go with. It would be the marathon shoe for someone who wants cushioned, still feels a little fast, and it can get you through. It is a little bit on the heavier side for a race day shoe if you're comparing it to some of the plated shoes. Yeah. So 280 grams.
It was 9.88, almost 10 ounces there.
Yeah, almost 10 ounces. If you want to go light though, This one's the
one.
baby.
Yeah.
And I love this one. So why don't we go through this one?
Sure. And so
196 grams and 6.91 ounces.
that's light.
Yeah, super light, super, I mean, this one just felt good. I did 13 miles in this one, straight shot, and my legs felt fine afterwards. Everything felt good. The shoe feels fast and light.
Well, when you told Molly Seidel on the podcast that you did 13, she was surprised because she was like, I never take this for 13.
Yeah, I think that you'd probably use it for a shorter distance. But, you know, I was talking to someone from Puma and they told me they used it for the JFK 50 miler.
Oh, really?
And so, you know, it's just going to come down to personal preference. I found it had enough cushion. I'd probably compare this one to like the Rebel 2 that just came out from New Balance. I'd compare it to, again, probably the Razor. But I don't know, it felt great on my feet.
I feel like it has a little more cushion than the Razor or some of those
Yeah.
shoes in that line, or the Convar or something like that. I just felt it was really comfortable picking up fast paces and just, running hard.
And I think that it doesn't have a plate, but the grip of the rubber combined with the lightweight and the foam make this a pretty fast feeling shoe.
Yeah, and this has like almost like a mono mesh upper, really light, a little bit, I thought because of that long toe box, I felt like there's a little bit too much in the...
You felt like there's too much room in the forefoot?
Yeah, it just is like, I hate that crinkly feeling that these types of uppers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, these uppers are not the most, you know,
Yeah.
like gonna conform to your feet.
But you get wet in these, that's gonna
Yeah.
shed right off. You're not gonna
Sheds
carry
right
any
out.
weight.
All right, Robbie, so what's the drop on this sucker?
10 millimeter drop, 26 in the heel, 16 in the toe, which is significantly less than all the other models, which come in the 33-23 range. So, and the press releases all said they're 8 millimeter drop, but
If you do the math,
the math
it
is
sounds like
different.
10 millimeters.
So it's 8 to 10 somewhere in there. We're not quite sure, but anyways.
Yeah.
So this one does run a little lower to the ground as far as stack height. Of course, it's the fast shoe. So
Yeah. All these little plates in the back that are there to kind of firm up the stability of the heels on this shoe, they're all reflective.
Oh,
It's
how
like a
about
tail
that?
light on your shoe.
I just realized I wasn't wearing this.
All of a sudden, it's there.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We don't
Who
have to-
cares? So that's it. That's the lineup of these Pumas. Like we said, we're getting the Deviate Elite. It should be fun. It's just take this guy. Instead of having the nitro foam that this has, they're gonna switch it up to a P-Bax nitro foam. So it's gonna be lighter. It's gonna have that responsive feel of a super shoe. It's gonna have a full carbon plate and a lighter stripped down upper. So
You may have seen it on Molly Seidel's feet, that white,
the white version.
knight of
So
a shoe.
yeah. So let's start out with the lightest, the Liberty.
The Liberty Bell.
Liberate.
It's the Liberace.
All right, this is the lightest one, so I'm expecting to pay the least amount for it. How much is the Liberate?
So the Liberate's actually $110, which honestly, if you're comparing it against the Razor or
Any
shoes
shoe.
like that, that's a pretty good deal for what you're getting out.
I really like this shoe. This might be,
It's a steal.
I mean, I'm torn. I'm torn between that one and this Velocity. What does this run?
So the Velocity is 120. Honestly, another great
Yeah,
deal in my opinion.
not bad.
Okay. Then we're moving up to the Stability shoe with the Eternity, and you got 140 for this one. And then finally, the Deviate Nitro is 160. So that's a little bit up there.
Yeah, but you got a
you're getting
plate
lot
and all
more.
that stuff.
Yeah, you got all the
Yeah,
stuff.
and we just talked to Puma, and they said that these shoes are going to be available on Puma.com and at Jackrabbit Sports and the Jackrabbit Sports affiliate
All those
stores.
things.
So
Should be March 4th.
yeah, the only thing that I find that is maybe going to be something people want to check out is the half sizing up. Now, most shoes companies now have a really liberal return policy and exchange. I might try a half size down and your regular size
We're
and
not-
send one back.
We're not going to tell you to order 2 shoes, but we're not going to not
tell you not to order 2 shoes. But I mean, it works for me. I didn't have any issues with it being a little long. It was a solid thumb between my big toe and the end of the shoe.
On the run, it doesn't feel weird. It's just
No.
it's just a little bit extra room up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's it. Anything else?
I mean, listen to the podcast that we're going to do with Aaron from Puma and listen to our podcast of Molly Seidel. Both links are in the description. You can also like this right here on YouTube. Just hit the like button and you can subscribe to us here. And then we like it Instagram?
Yeah, follow us on Instagram.
What about Strava?
Always posting shoe pics and reels and whatnot. Follow us in our Strava club where you can share in our running journeys together.
And we're excited to see more coming from Puma in the years to come. And I think they're making a strong commitment to running, so I'm excited.
And honestly, this is a nice start. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's honest.
I'm honest
Rob.
and I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I can't keep saying
Neither
it.
one. He's honest and not lying.
We already redid that part like 3 times.
Yeah,
I
so
still
it's
can't get it.
it's staying. So that's it. Yeah. So enjoy the shoes. Let us know if you get a chance to run in these, what your feedback is. If you have any questions about them before you buy, let us know. We'll try to hook you up with an answer.
Cool.
Yeah.
Say hi to your mom.
Say hi to your mom. How come everybody thinks we're stoned when we do these videos, Robbie?
Dude, some of the other ones, it does seem like we were.
What was going on? Do you think it's that CBD oil?
There was once a time we got some CBD oil that
May or may not have
it
contained high
definitely made us
THC.
high.